Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NFL Insider, Steelers contacted 6 teams this week including Seattle about trading for DK Metcalf. The Pittsburgh Steelers have found themselves amidst a whirlwind of wide receiver trade rumors ever since the decision to trade Deontay Johnson. Fans have eagerly anticipated a blockbuster trade for a marquee receiver. Yet, despite initial optimism, negotiations hit a snag. Even with the drafting of wide receiver Roman Wilson in the third round of the 2024 draft, speculation persisted. Then, former Steelers defensive back Bryant McFadden hinted at imminent action, suggesting that Omar Khan was on the brink of securing a major talent. Speculation ran rampant, with fans debating whether this acquisition would bolster the receiving core or shore up the cornerback position, both areas of concern. Sources of Steeler Nation dispelled the notion of a cornerback acquisition, heightening expectations for a significant wide receiver addition. The anticipation among fans reached fever pitch as they eagerly awaited news of the impending deal. Providing a glimmer of clarity, reporter Benjamin Albright took to social media on Tuesday to offer further insights to Steelers faithful. According to Albright's social media update, the Steelers have reached out to the San Francisco 49ers regarding Brandon Ayuk and to the Denver Broncos about Courtland Sutton. While this aligns with recent reports, it appears that both the 49ers and Broncos are reluctant to part ways with their wide receivers to Pittsburgh. What sparked interest in Albright's report is the revelation that the Steelers have engaged with a new team not previously mentioned. Allegedly, they've made inquiries to the Seattle Seahawks regarding a possible acquisition of their star wide receiver, DK Metcalf. Known for his imposing physicality and game-changing abilities, landing Metcalf would undoubtedly reshape the Steelers' landscape for the 2024 season. The Steelers have enjoyed a fantastic offseason overall, with the only glaring gap being the need for a wide receiver to complement George Pickens. However, aside from this requirement, things have fallen into place admirably for Pittsburgh. Should the Steelers manage to secure a trade or make a move to acquire a top-tier wide receiver, it could drastically alter the outlook for the 2024 season. With the arrival of new quarterbacks and improvements across the board, the Steelers are on the verge of becoming a formidable force in the league. The addition of a quality wide receiver would elevate them to a whole new level of competitiveness. Steelers fans are eagerly anticipating updates on the behind-the-scenes moves orchestrated by Khan and his team. The mere mention of a player like Metcalf surpasses the expectations of Steelers fans and injects a sense of excitement and optimism into the team's prospects. Report: Steelers add DK Metcalf as trade candidate. The Pittsburgh Steelers are reportedly looking for a blockbuster trade, calling around to numerous teams in search for a veteran wide receiver. And according to NFL insider Benjamin Albright, they added the Seattle Seahawks to their list of candidates. Albright reported on X that the Steelers have called the San Francisco 49ers about potential trades for Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, and have also called the Seahawks about acquiring DK Metcalf. Metcalf, 26, has recorded 1,000 yards in 3 of his first 5 NFL seasons, with last year adding 1,114 yards and 8 touchdowns to his resume. The two-time Pro Bowler is entering his 6th season and is set to take on a $24.5 million cap hit in 2024, with a $29.5 million hit next season. The news of the Steelers calling about Metcalf comes on the same day general manager Omar Khan said on the Pat McAfee show that there is nothing in the works for a wide receiver trade. If the move did happen post-June 1, the Steelers would add a superstar wideout to pair up with George Pickens and rookie Roman Wilson. They've reportedly been looking all offseason, with most of the rumors circulating around Ayuk, Samuel and the Broncos wideout Courtland Sutton. But with Metcalf being added to the list, it appears they've expanded their search. Steelers floated as possible suitor for recently released former second-round Wr. if the Pittsburgh Steelers are still interested in adding a veteran wide receiver this offseason, another one just became available. The Jacksonville Jaguars announced on April 30 that they have released receiver Zay Jones. That means Jones will be available in free agency to sign with any team. SI.com's All Steelers Noah Strackbine proposed the Steelers as a potential destination. Pittsburgh is hunting for another starter next to George Pickens, and to take some of the pressure off of rookie third-round pick Roman Wilson, Strackbine wrote. If they want a player who can work as either the 2 or 3, Jones may be their best bet. The 29-year-old played just 9 games last season, but the year prior, he caught 82 passes for 823 yards and 5 touchdowns, his best season in the NFL. Jones posted 34 receptions, 321 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns for the Jaguars last season. But as Strackbine mentioned, Jones experienced a career year the season prior in 2022. Jones also recorded 500-yard receiving seasons with the Buffalo Bills in 2018 and Las Vegas Raiders in 2021. The Bills drafted Jones in the second round of the 2017 NFL Draft. Since trading veteran receiver Deontay Johnson during the first week of free agency, pundits have suggested several different receivers as potential targets for Pittsburgh. That likely isn't going to change. Since trading Johnson, the Steelers signed veterans Van Jefferson and Quez Watkins. They also drafted Michigan wideout Roman Wilson in the third round of the 2024 NFL Draft. But despite those additions, George Pickens is the only receiver on Pittsburgh's roster who even had 210 receiving yards in 2023. The arrival of Wilson in the draft could partially fill the void the Steelers possess at WR2. But counting on a rookie receiver to be an immediate starter on the opposite side of Pickens is a lot to ask. Signing Jones would give Wilson the opportunity to play in the slot as a rookie. That's where he excelled most in his college career at Michigan. The Bills selected Jones at number 37 overall in 2017. He posted 27 catches for 316 yards and 2 touchdowns as a rookie. His best season in Buffalo came in 2018 when he had 652 receiving yards and a career-high 7 touchdowns. But the Bills traded Jones to the Raiders prior to the NFL trade deadline in 2019. Jones spent 2.5 seasons with the Raiders, which is the longest tenure he's had with any organization. He registered 81 catches, 847 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns in 43 games with Las Vegas/Oakland. While Jones played fewer games for the Jaguars than either the Bills or Raiders, he had more catches and receiving yards in Jacksonville than the other 2 teams. Jones is an intriguing potential acquisition for Pittsburgh. But he's not the top target. That would still be either San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel. Rumors that the Steelers could acquire either receiver reached their peak on the first couple days of the NFL Draft. They have cooled since then, but there are still rumblings that a deal could be made. Obviously, if the Steelers acquire either Ayuk or Samuel, then they will not need to pursue Jones. But on April 30, Pittsburgh general manager Omar Khan made it sound as though there's not much happening on the trade front at the moment. "There's nothing going on right now," Khan said on the Pat McAfee show, in response to a question about the receiver trade rumors. "Nothing to report." That, of course, could always change. The Steelers could also pursue another receiver trade for a veteran such as Courtland Sutton. But it will be interesting to see if the Steelers express any interest in Jones now that he is available in free agency. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Zay Jones? Leave your opinion in the comments.